Welcome back, my young enemies. When the immigration crisis is once again brewing in Europe, the EU countries, instead of seeking joint solution to this problem, only exacerbate this conflict. How and why it happens, about it in our today's edition. Since the start of the war in Ukraine, more than 16 million Ukrainians have rushed to Europe. How logical it was to assume that the most important destinations were countries that directly border Ukraine itself: Russia, Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Moldova, Czech Republic and Germany. At the moment, the largest number of Ukrainian immigrants are in Poland. Undoubtedly, it's good when refugees have the opportunity to leave the country due to a crisis or war, as it is happening now. However, the behavior of many of them leaves much to be desired. For very understandable reasons, the presence of a large number of refugees causes discomfort to the inhabitants of a particular country. Most of migrants want to settle down in a new place, but they are not ready to follow the laws and regulations and try to arrange everything in the way. In particular, to plant Russophobic sentiments, refugees react aggressively to any mention of Russia. After all, they are used to the fact that many supported their views in Ukraine, but here they were sharply forbidden to express their opinion about how bad Russians are. In almost every country where Ukrainian refugees arrived, let's call them that, they have already managed to demonstrate their talents. Incessant rallies and calls for the destruction of everything that can somehow touch Russia. However, along with the change in the behavior of refugees, the attitude of Europeans towards them has also changed. Gradually, the life of refugees in Europe becomes more and more difficult. They began to be deprived of benefits, free living, and other joys of a life as refugee. However, no matter how strange it may sound, Europe is driving itself into a dead end. After all, it is obvious that by continuing to supply weapons to Ukraine, the conflict is dragging on more and more. Accordingly, the longer the war lasts, the more immigrants will be in Europe. And against this background, the statement of German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock that Germany is at war with Russia looks more than absurd.
That we do it together and that we do not do the blame game in Europe because we are fighting a war against Russia and not against each other. Thank you.
It seems that Europe is ready to help Ukraine in the war, but not to deal with the refugees, saying we don't need them. And how then is to be understood? Summing up, I conclude that now it is beneficial for the leaders of the European countries to help Ukraine with weapons, and look white and fluffy towards the United States. But on the other hand, it is already clear that the war in Ukraine is not a war between Russia and Ukraine, but a war between Russia and the West. The EU has not yet fully understood that in case of the defeat of Ukraine, Europe will face big changes. For such countries as Germany, France and Britain, they may not be particularly scary. However, it will be very difficult for small countries. To whom should the United States show this debt? Thanks for watching. Share your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow us on Telegram. Stay tuned and stay safe.